What's up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another episode of Smack Talk presented by SparkOutMoment.com. I am your host of the panel, Tony Mango, and joining me on the mic for this episode, I've got with me a full panel, starting with Mike Payton.
Whammy wham wham, get a job.
Continuing on with Kalen Ferris.
It's me. Here we go.
And Stephen Wago.
A bit tired tonight. Just got back from my job.
And Drew White.
You know, I'm glad everyone did their job today to show up at this podcast. Good job to all of you.
So, for this episode, we're going to just be talking about Survivor Series predictions. And since we're recording this on Tuesday night and the SmackDown and main event tapings have happened, but WWE still hasn't committed to a lot of the things that are going to be happening on this, I don't know what we're necessarily going to be missing out on, so if we are missing a match, I apologize. If the matches change, holy shit, blame WWE, not me, because we're going to do the best that we can here, but we're going to break down that there are a couple matches that they have announced one way or another. We're going to go down them one by one, 7 of them so far, and for 2 of them, we don't know who the participants are going to be. Very odd. But we're going to start this off with Tyler Breeze versus Dolph Ziggler. That's a match that they apparently announced on the SmackDown tapings tonight. We don't know if that's going to be on the pre-show. We don't know if it's going to be on the actual show itself, if they're going to just get rid of them and add them into the elimination match. I don't know, but I'm assuming what they're doing here is that they're putting this as either a backup option for the pre-show, or they're going to throw this in the middle of nowhere on the main show itself as like a bathroom break or something. Would you guys agree that that's probably the 2 likely options? Or disagree? I mean, either one.
Nobody's fucking eager to jump in there, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler, I think it's going to open the show. They've kind of stopped caring about the build to their feud. I don't know how long it's going to continue, but I think this is just to pad the show out.
Are we sure this is not going to be a
match?
Are we sure it's not going to be a pre-show? Did they announce that, or
No, they.
It's
As
actually
far
on
as
the
I know,
main card.
they haven't announced it. I don't know. I mean, they might be. Out of all the matches that they have announced so far, this is the only one that could be the pre-show.
that seems like it would be to me?
I'd rather the fucking Divas match be on the pre-show and this be on the main card. Deservedly
See,
more.
I'm actually higher up on this. I think they have big plans for Tyler Breeze down the road, or at least high hopes. I wouldn't say big plans, but high hopes. I think this will at least be on the main card. I think a good spot for this would be that quote-unquote death spot, the sandwich meat in between the main events.
And if anyone can actually get that spot, make it just not just the typical death spot and actually get a reaction out of it, it'd be these 2. They can go pretty goddamn well. I mean, if you gave these guys 15 minutes, it'd be pretty sweet.
And be a good place for Tyler Breeze to beat Dolph Ziggler, because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well,
What should happen.
You got to figure the semifinals matches are 2 singles matches. The tournament's a singles match. Paige and Charlotte's a singles match. But we do have 2 other tag style matches, if not 3, if not 4, because they haven't announced them yet. But Undertaker and Kane and the Wyatt family one, we know that that's not going up first. We know that that's not going on last either, because we got a world title match and the Survivor Series match. Clearly they don't give a shit about the Survivor Series match. I would assume that's not coming anywhere close to last. It's got to be either it's got to be the tournament's got to be the final match of the night. So they should have something beforehand, whether it's the Divas or Breeze and Ziggler, to kind of just I don't know, make it to where it doesn't necessarily have to be something that's really worth a whole lot to boost that up a little bit. If we get, say, the Undertaker, Kane match, whatever, then the Survivor Series match, and then the elimination match, that's going to be overkill. So I do think there's a good chance this could be the kill spot. But we don't have a pre-show match, and if they bump anything up to the pre-show, I can't imagine them doing it with the Divas. They're not going to do it with the tournament. They're not going to do it with any of the other ones, so it's got to be that one. But we also could get another match added to the pre-show. And if that happens, I don't know what that would be or whatever. But I do agree with Peyton. I think Tyler Breeze here is the clear and obvious winner. I can't imagine Ziggler winning. Anybody have an argument for him winning, though?
Nah, fucking send him down to NXT.
I wouldn't go that far, but
I would. Just fucking irrelevant on the main roster now.
Yeah, there's no real reason for Dolph Ziggler to get the win on this. Tyler Breeze, since he's newer, he's definitely going to get the push here. He's going to get the win. Dolph Ziggler's kind of grown stale on me recently, sadly, because I've always really liked him. He's very skilled in the ring, but just what they've done with his character lately has just left me bored. I just don't care about this at
long
all.
pants and tie-dye not doing it for you?
Well, that's part of it too, but I think with the whole Rusev Ziggler thing, like that whole just kind of killed my interest in Ziggler for a while at least. They got to do something to respark my interest.
Yeah, we actually went into that last night on the Raw post show. There's nothing to like about Ziggler anymore. And there's a lot of reasons for that. The start and stop pushes. I think the latest storyline with the love triangle. Remember, Dolph Ziggler, like, cheated on Lana with that, going after Summer Rae, and they never really, like, made him look better for that at any point. He looks like a chump. So he means nothing anymore. I wouldn't say send him to NXT. He's still a capable main roster performer, but he's never a guy who's going to get any kind of big push. There's no reason at all he should even come close to winning this match.
I think the best way I can look at this is I still really like Ziggler, but I only like his in-ring work. I don't like his character. His character is garbage right now.
The case I'd make for him going to NXT is that guy needs a reset. That's the perfect place to do it. Look at Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. You can't say they were in any of a worse state than Ziggler is right now. He's saying you can't get a main event match out of fucking some of the guys. Him and Finn Balor? No one's going to complain about that.
Nah, but wouldn't you want to keep Ziggler around for a reliable mid-carder at least?
No, there's plenty of mid-carders. That's part of the problem. He's lost in the shuffle.
Fair enough. Drew, you still think that Breeze has got this the bag too, right?
Yeah. I mean, duh. It's Tyler Breeze.
Yeah, Tony, you would understand, Uggo.
I will say I'm a little down on Ziggler lately, not so much because of his ring work. It's just not doing much to really make me want to believe that they're going to do anything with him. It makes more sense to put over the new talent than have Ziggler go over.
All right, I think that's kind of all we have to say about this. There's really not that much else, right? I mean, this feud's not ending at Survivor Series. We know that this isn't going to be something that's going to, I don't know, steal the show kind of a thing. It could be a great match.
The only thing that they did wrong with this whole feud is they didn't have either one of them interfere in one of their tournament matches in any
kind
way.
Of a shame, isn't it?
It would have made more sense if they did something like that. If that was the reason why Tyler
I thought
Breeze
this feud
lost.
died. I thought it just died without them ever having a match.
So can we all
hopefully
can we all agree that Summer has no place in this feud though? I don't think they should be paired up at all. Get her the fuck out of there.
Exactly what I was going to say. What I hope happens is that Summer leaves Tyler for Dolph. Because then you can finally come full circle on that whole thing I was saying before, and it gets her off Tyler Breeze, who doesn't fucking need her, and it doesn't make any sense for her to be with him.
Would Summer Rae would Dolph Ziggler have to win for that to happen though?
Yes. There you go. Fucking hell. I fucking made a scenario where you can make Dolph Ziggler win this match.
Yeah, and then he's still irrelevant, and he's just got Summer Rae making him more irrelevant.
Yeah, I think at that point, if you tag Summer with Ziggler, it's just the same as what happened with Lana and Ziggler.
And the same what's happening with Summer and Tyler Breeze right now.
It gets her off Tyler Breeze.
Yeah. Well, do you really think that she's hurting Tyler? Because I don't think she's helping, but I don't think she's hurting.
She's distracting for me, yes.
Yes. I agree.
Well, I mean, she's physically distracting.
I still say they should go with that fucking idea of them just trying to make each other jealous, them both trying to be the most gorgeous. If they're going to keep these two together, give them some character. Otherwise, it's just Tyler Breeze and some bimbo.
You want to make them, like, adversaries?
Yeah, like odd couples type thing. It'd be funny.
I'd be up for that. Something different.
At least they do something other than, oh look, Tyler's taking a selfie. I think I can squeeze in it. That's the gimmick right now.
Yeah.
It's fucking dumb.
That's true. They're going to need to do a lot more with Tyler Breeze going forward if they really want to get something out of him, because right now I know that they're all in a state of chaos. They didn't plan for the Tyler Breeze thing to be in the middle of, like, this big tournament and stuff. But at the same time, like, take an extra day, sort out your plans, figure it out, and put a little bit of effort into it. I mean, we're at the time of the year right now where this can make or break somebody. So many times we've had people like the Ascension come in around this time and go nowhere. And what have they done in 2015? Nothing.
What do you mean they had that match? That one time.
No, I don't think they even had that match.
I was wrong, I guess. Never mind.
Like, this first feud with Tyler Breeze and Dolph Ziggler needs to be good enough for Tyler Breeze to have a second feud that's worthwhile instead of having a feud with, like, R-Truth on Main Event.
Does the winner keep the super kick? Because, fuck me, too many people are using the goddamn super kick.
I think
Slow down.
I think that
Slow
if
down.
that's the case, if they add that stipulation, then somehow the Usos are going to come in and win it. Who else does it?
Rusev, Cesaro, when he
Paige.
feels like it, Kevin Owens.
Rio, Kevin Owens.
Oh, Del Rio should win it, actually. He has a pretty sweet super kick right
He
now.
does have a sweet super kick. And
You
Kevin
know
Owens...
what Del Rio should win? A pink slip.
He should win Fire Championship.
Yeah.
But then he wouldn't have that thing that Sean doesn't have.
So, as far as we're concerned, this is all we know about the Breeze and Ziggler match. That's all we can talk about, really. And we're going to continue on in part 2. With all these kind of different ones, make sure you guys leave your comments below. Tell us what you think is going to happen with the match. Fill us in on any information that we didn't know. We'll try to leave some comments back and tell you our opinions about whatever that stuff might be or whatever. But part 2, we're going to go into a match that we actually do know is happening. And now we know who's competing in the damn match. Took a while, but we figured it out. Brothers of Destruction against 2 members of the Wyatt family coming up in part 2. Click on the next part if you are on YouTube. If you're on iTunes and Stitcher, then you don't got to do anything. It isn't that sweet.